We're going to talk about one of the most interesting features of the book of Revelation, and that has to do with the beast that comes out of the sea and the 666 that he forces people to have on their foreheads and on their hands. And I tell you, you're going to learn a lot. If you think you know what the number of the beast is, you hang in there. You're going to learn something brand new. First, it starts off with Revelation 13. And the dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. He had 10 horns, 7 heads, and 10 crowns on his head, and each head represented a blasphemous name. Now, what's happening? The dragon, who is Satan, he realized he could not defeat the woman. He could not kill permanently the seed of the woman who was snatched up to heaven. And the devil realizes, I need help. I cannot defeat the church on my own. So what does he do? He looks to the sea for aid. As many people who are looking for help, they look to the sea to see an army coming. And for the dragon, he sees a beast that's going to help him accomplish what he needs. And who is this beast? What is this beast? It represents governments. Governments that are used to attack the Christian church. Today, that's exactly what's happening right now. You have government that is making laws that are trying to forbid the Christian faith from spreading. This is antichrist laws. And so the dragon uses government to do its will. And so here, John is seeing this revelation. And of course, in his time, the Roman government was that beast that was working to kill off the Christians. In fact, he was banished on an island to keep from preaching the gospel. So you get the idea of this beast, this terrible political system. And can I tell you, political systems almost always go downward. Because without God, the government leaders become selfish. And if they can, they will become dictators. And that they will use their power to crush anything that stands in its way. And usually, it's Jesus that stands in their way, because Jesus is the real leader of the world. He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You understand this? So the dragon, he elicits the help of the beast to kill off the Christians. And sadly, it says in verse 7, he was given power to make war against the saints and to conquer them. Now, what is he saying? There are times that it looks like the Christian church is not winning. You know, sometimes I see in America, I just feel like we're getting behind, because it seems like the government is pushing an agenda that is anti-Christ, and it is. And sometimes the government does succeed in getting its way, but only temporarily. And that's why his wound is healed. He's given a fatal wound, which describes a picture of sometimes government loses, but sometimes they rise up and another worse government takes its place. So he's describing a beast. But now, secondly, he then says in verse 11, then I saw another beast. There's a second beast coming out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb. Well, who's the lamb? Jesus is the Lamb of God. But this is a beast, not the lamb. And he has 2 horns, and it says he spoke like a dragon. Okay, now we get, who is the second beast? Are you ready? It's false religions. It's religion that helps aid government. You know, you go to the Middle East, what do you see? You see Islam working together with government to try to crush Christians. I just met a Pakistani, and he tells me how many churches are burned. And what does the government do? Nothing. Because it is what religion wants. You understand? In India is the same way with the Hindu religions. And you got, of course, you have government joining together to try to crush Christians. A good friend of mine, Pastor Daniel, he had to hide because they were trying to kill him when he came to India to preach the gospel. They wanted him dead, and he had to hide for his life. And where's government? You think they're going to help him? No, because religion and government works together to try to stop the gospel message. Oh, and this is what he's seeing. But are you ready for this? This is the one that gets everyone. Verse 16, he also forced everyone, this is the first beast, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on his right hand or on his forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark. which is the name of the beast, or the number of his name. This calls for wisdom. If anyone has insight, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is man's number. It is 666. What does this mean? Now listen to me. Do not think this is a computerized system of economics. People have kind of speculated that we're all going to have chips underneath our skin or underneath our forehead. First of all, it's not that. It says the mark is on the forehead, not under the skin. So for those who take it literally, then take it literally. It's a mark on it so that people can see. It's a mark on the right hand so people can see. It's not under the skin. Well, friend, what do you need to buy and sell? You know what you need? You need money. This is all this mark is. It's a symbol of money. Is that he's saying that the beast and the other beasts are going to work to squeeze out Christians. They're going to tell them that if you want to really have freedom of religion, you want to you're going to have to compromise, or we're going to hurt you economically. You're going to hurt financially. And this is a call for endurance. It's telling the saints, don't be bound by the economic system of the beast and the world. Don't compromise just to have money. This is the message he's giving, and he's telling the Christians, I know you're hounded. I know you're losing your property, but don't give up. Don't compromise. You don't need to compromise to stay faithful to Christ. And today, that message rings just as clear. You don't have to wait for some computer chips to live out this message. You live it out now. Are you compromising your walk with God so that you can have money? Then you are already taking the mark of the beast. The mark is not literal, because the next chapter says the 144,000 had a mark on their forehead. So is Christians going to have a computerized money system themselves? No, it's talking about the name of the Lamb. It's saying on our minds, that's the forehead, on our thinking and in our heart, Jesus is Lord of our lives. And in our actions, that's the hand, we are serving the Lord. And it's a call to serve and honor the Lord, not to succumb to greed. This is the message of the two beasts and the mark.